Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you saw by the title of this video, I am going through A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas. I read these in... When did I read these? I read them, I believe like October, September. It took me a long time to get through them. I'll be honest, I listened to them on audio book. It's just easier for me because I was not sure how I was going to feel about them, and I feel like fantasy books sound better than actually like digesting them and reading them, if that makes sense. And because I wasn't sitting and reading it, I was able to absorb it more and felt more a part of the world. So I started the series October 14th and I finished the series, sorry, I have my Goodreads up because that kind of helps me keep track of things. I finished the series December 29th, so like 3-ish months. I can't math. But yeah, so we're gonna start with A Court of Thorns and Roses. Yeah, this book, I read it from October 14th to October 27th. I gave it 4 stars. Yeah, I think the series gets better, and I gave the first one 4 stars, so that's saying something. Starting off, I am not a fantasy girl, but this series might have changed me. I read like 2 fantasy books prior to this, and they were a part of a series, so yeah, I think this series has changed me. But yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of read my Goodreads a little bit to remember where I was at with each character in each book. But from the get-go, I loved Farah. And just her story, and like her story previous to all of this, and just how fierce she is. Like, Farah is fierce. I really like her. I'm iffy about Tamlin. There's something off about him, and I hated the way he was under the mountain, which, like, period. I would still agree with that. And I said, like, I get it, save yourself, but also fight for what you love. Because he didn't. He just kind of, like, that's how he was under the mountain. He just sat there glazed. I really like Lucian, and like, he is loyal. Homie is loyal to those that he loves and cares about. I said Rhysand intrigues me. I don't know what to expect from him, but I think it'll be interesting. I find the chemistry between him and Farah very interesting. And I said I'm excited to hopefully hear more about Nesta and Elaine. I also hoped for more Alice. Why don't we get more Alice? Why don't we get more? I don't get it. I want more. Sarah J. Maas, give us more Alice. Like, what happened? What happened to her? Because I loved her. That's it for that book. Then the second one is A Court of Mist and Fury. They get thicker, guys. They end up being very thick, and yeah. I gave this a 4 star. I read this October 27th through November 15th. And on my Goodreads, I kind of broke it down like amongst each character. So I'll kind of go through all of this. Also, I love the whole series. I know people are like, well, this book's better than this book, blah, blah, blah. I loved the whole series. Like, I don't think I can say like one book was awful, one book was my favorite. Yeah, that's just how I am. Yeah, characters grew on you, you ended up hating other characters, you ended up loving other characters. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about the series that, like, I love it. So, like, give us more. So much more. I know she's supposed to, I think, give us 2 more novellas and I think 1 more book. I could be completely wrong. Don't quote me on any of that. But yeah, let's get into this one. So Tamlin is the absolute worst. He basically, like, if you have not read these books, there's going to be some spoilers. So just forewarn you. If you don't want spoilers, don't watch. If you don't plan on reading it, you can keep watching. If you've already read it, keep watching, because I'd like to know your opinions on people. And then also, like, if you plan on reading it and don't care about spoilers, keep on watching. That's fine too. But there's going to be spoilers. I hate the way that he keeps Farah locked in the house. Like, I understand Rhysand does a similar-ish thing later on, but she was more aware of it and was truly in love. And yeah, I know there's opinions out there on all of that. I'm obsessed with Rhys and Farah. Their relationship is amazing. And Farah honestly just gets more and more amazing as time progresses. And yeah, the first book she really fights for like what she wants. And then the second book I feel like she fights for herself more. And like those that she loves. I love her love for Rhys before she knew that they were mates and all of that that went on. His inner circle is amazing. I love them. Amarin at this point, like, she's so mysterious and I love that. I like that she's part of the family and that her and Farah had some really good moments in this one. Azriel and Cassian, I love them. They're truly Rhys's brothers, which we find out more and more that they are. And yeah, I said I hope they both fall in love with someone amazing and have a happily ever after. I'd also love for it to not be more. Let her have her own romance with someone else. And then I also said more as a fierce woman. I want a book on more. Like, I want a book on like before more, like her whole issues with Eris. Like, I would love a more book. Give us that. And give us like a redemption arc for Eris. Like, let us know what actually happened. She has so much power and control, and she has such a big personality. Like, I really like more. And then, spoiler, Lucien is Elaine's mate. I can't wait to see how all that plays out. I like Lucien from the beginning, and I hope he gets a redemption arc. Also, Elaine and Nesta now being Fae will be interesting, as they've been so anti the whole time, which I will say, that pans out. Like, it is an interesting experience to watch them become Fae. And like the trials and tribulations amongst themselves, and like, yeah, it was an interesting transition. And then next I have A Court of Wings and Ruin. I just love these covers also. Like, these are some beautiful covers. Yeah. So I gave this one a 3-star. Apparently this is my lower rating one. I read this November 16th to December 4th. Yeah, I'm trying not to just read straight from my phone, but Farah and Rhys are still my favorite. I love her. Amarin. Oh yeah. This is when all the battles and stuff happen. Like, a lot happens in this book. A lot happens. I did cry a couple times. Amarin at the end releasing herself from like her Fae form, like, crazy. And like, I really felt for Farah in that moment and the betrayal she felt, but like the way that Rhys made things right, like, it was amazing. Azriel and Cassian, again, they're amazing and I want more of both of them. I like how devoted they are to each other and to Rhys and their powers, and like how much they are gonna protect Farah and like whoever else Rhys loves and whoever Farah loves. I want Azriel to find love, and I like the little warming up that, you know, Cassian and Nesta have going on. I will talk more about that a little later. And like, they kind of like speak their own language. So yeah, I like them a lot. More, she's a boss. Truly amazing. She's a warrior and like a die-hard friend. I really want her to have her own like true love story, and like her coming out to Farah of like, I like chicks. Like, that's why I haven't found my mate. Like, that was amazing. I think that that's going to be such an interesting storyline, and that's why we need a book on more. That's what I'm saying. There's something about Lucien that I will always love. Like, I don't know. I don't think I could hate him, truly. I want more Lucien and Elaine. Like, I want the next book to either be Lucien and Elaine, or like, I want it to be Elaine's book. But I also would like a Valkyrie book. I also would like an Azriel love story, which that could be in the Valkyrie book. I want a more book. Like, there is so much that she can play into in this series. Just give it to us. I know she's got like other big book series that she's working on and stuff, but like, Give us more, please. um, I like the idea of Tamlin and Lucian making up, but also Lucian like sticking by Farah. I would love a redemption arc for Tamlin, but I also am okay with him being like a bad person. Like him just staying where he's at. Like it would be nice for him to fall in love with someone, but like, I don't know. Let Tamlin be Tamlin. Elaine and Nesta are growing on me more and more in this book. I can't wait to learn more about their powers and them killing Hybern. Like, come on. They did that. They did that. And then the scene where the girl's dad shows up with the fleet of ships, I cried. I was driving and I was bawling my eyes out. And the 3 ships being named after his 3 daughters, and Nesta being the ship that was like leading the fleet. Of course, it's Nesta. Yeah, I cried, and then him dying, also cried. Like, I just feel emotional still about that. I also liked how the High Lords worked together. The High Lord meeting, that was crazy. That was some crazy stuff happened at the High Lords meeting. Like, the battle scenes were amazing too. Like, the big battle at the end, like, that was phenomenal. To see all of them coming together and like kicking butt, like, I don't know, it was good. The High Lords coming together to save Rhysand, also good. Like, I don't know what would have happened if Rhysand actually died. So yeah. Then we go into the little novella, A Court of Frost and Starlight. This book I gave a 5-star, December 4th through December 8th. I probably could have read it faster than, like, I could have read it faster than when I listened to it, but that's fine. This was an easy, quick read. Nice change of pace from the other, like, fighting books. Like, this was a good change of pace for me. I enjoyed it. I would be content if she just gave us more novellas. Like, give us like 5 or 6 more novellas. I'd be okay with that. There was no battles or war. It was just like a feel-good book. Like, finally they could be content. Finally they could celebrate something. And I really liked it. I liked Farah and Cassian getting drunk together and decorating, and Azriel like cleaning that up. Like, that was amazing. The snowball fights, that was really cute too. Yeah, I really liked this one. This one actually might have been like my favorite because it just didn't, I mean, it didn't involve the fighting and stuff, but like it also was just like a happy, like, finally a feel-good book, finally, in the series. And then A Court of Silver Flames. This is Nesta's book, by the way. It is a thick girl. This book I gave a 4-star. Also, the other books, there's like maybe a smut scene in each of them, potentially. This was spicy. This, yeah, there was a lot of spice in this. So, I'm just gonna warn you about that. I gave it a 4-star. I read it December 8th through December 29th. So I think this one took me the longest, but that pans out. Like, this is a thick book. Here's my thoughts, and these would be my current thoughts on the different characters. Nesta, I truly fell in love with Nesta in this book. She is so blunt and bold and angry, and she really grew in this book. She was so terrible in the very beginning, and then she grew a lot. Her and Cassian's love story was a very them. And like, it was kind of slow-ish burn. Like, it was slow at the beginning and then it burned. Yeah, I said the romance was slow, but the sex wasn't. So there's that. Yeah, when they finally realized they were mates and accepted that, like, it was amazing. Yeah, the build-up was good too, to like the actual romance portion of it. And I love the sass that they give each other. Like, they just have such good banter. Yeah. I liked that Farah and Rhys were not like key players in this. Like, they obviously were, but they were not like, they had a storyline for sure, but they were not like the main people. Like, I truly felt like this book was like Nesta and Cassian and Azriel, and then her friends Gwen and Emery Like, it was kind of more of that than Farrah and Rhysand, and Elaine, and anyone else really. I liked Farrah and Rhysand's storyline in this, but yeah, it was kind of nice to not have it solely focused on them. Yeah, and I really am excited to read more about Nyx and see like the other guys be uncles, and like see all the aunts, and like Farrah and Rhys be parents. Like, I think that's just gonna be fascinating. And that whole storyline, phenomenal. Like, yeah, Nesta during that, like Nesta saving the day pretty much, like, yeah. It was good. Elaine is growing on me more, and I hope we get her book soon. And like that, I hope that she actually gives Lucian a chance. It's like, homie's not a bad dude. Like, I would give Lucian a chance, honestly. Lucian is great. And I like her and the bond she has with her sisters. I would just like to see more of like the sisters actually bonding as a trio. I said Azriel's still loyal to his people. He was in and out of this book a lot, but that added to showing how hard of a worker he is. Amarin and Mor, like, there wasn't a whole lot. There was more Amarin than Mor, but I like both of them. Yeah. Emery and Gwen, absolutely amazing. The two of them, and Nesta recreating the Valkyries, like, come on. Snaps. I love their bond with Nesta and how they really became like a true trio, and yeah, them dedicating time to like train and work hard, and then when they got plucked and had to go do like the great rite, blood rite, great rite, whatever that thing is, that like that was a lot, and I am proud of those girls. Like, that was so much. And yeah, truly their Valkyrie training like did them some good. Yeah, and I just love that like they have their own sisterhood, and I really appreciate that. I can't wait to get more Nyx. He's going to be like the most loved baby ever. I said I hope the next book is Elaine's or a more love story. Yeah, I just commented on Nesta sacrificing everything for Rhys and Farrah and Nyx. And yeah, I really like these books. There's a lot of fan theories and stuff like that I have been reading and watching on like TikTok and stuff, and a lot of fascinating things, a lot of theories that I'm not sure if I agree with. But yeah, let me know if you've read this series, what you think, if you like it. Let me know if you've read it, what your favorite character is. I love Farrah. I love Elaine, and I love Nesta. I don't know, the sisters, I kind of relate to each of them in their own way. I think I like Elaine the most, but I also really like Mor. It's really hard to pick your favorite character, I think. But yeah, let me know like your favorite character or your favorite book, or yeah, just what you've thought of these books, and if you haven't read them, like, do you plan on reading them? I would love to know. Yeah, if you've read them, let me know your favorite like fan theory, because that would be interesting, because yeah, fan theories are very fascinating. Yeah, I guess that's it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.